In this video, we visit Dubrovnik. Often referred to as the Pearl of the Adriatic, this historic coastal city is known for its well-preserved medieval architecture, stunning city walls, and captivating views of the Adriatic Sea. After 5 days in Montenegro, we've crossed the border by car and parked up at our apartment 10 minutes from the city. Good afternoon from Croatia. Currently on a beach. We've gone to the nearest one from our apartment, and yeah, the drive from Kotor to our apartment just outside Dubrovnik took about 2 hours 45 minutes, and it was about 30 minutes at the border crossing, which, doing a bit of research online, that's pretty good going. I think in the height of summer it can easily take 3-4 hours. So yeah, another benefit of coming in September in the shoulder season. So yeah, the plan for today is we're going to take it easy until about 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then there's a viewpoint I want to check out where you can get probably the best view of Dubrovnik, and yeah, hopefully get a good sunset. But for now, you know, just sort of chilling out along this beach, which is really cool actually. Lots of sort of rocky places to jump in from. I must say, this was a really nice cove and a place where there's something for everyone. We made it to the viewpoint, and what a spectacular view. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get a nice sunset. I think the cloud's going to drown it out, but fortunately we got here quite early, so managed to get quite a few nice shots when the sun was shining. An amazing view. We're not too far away from where the cable car goes up, about 400-500 meters, but I think this side and the angle we've got is, I think it's the better view, because you get the perspective of looking down at the old town, and you also get the sun setting in the background. So our apartment is actually located a little bit outside of the old town. It's about a 10-minute bus ride to get to the centre, but we thought that was a better option because parking in Dubrovnik is a bit of a nightmare, particularly in the peak season, and the other option would have been to actually stay in the old town, but then sort of find somewhere to park the car for sort of 3 days, and for that I think you're looking at like €100, which is just extortionate. We thought a better option would be to have a better apartment, be closer to the beach, and then just sort of commute into the old town when we want to be there, which at the moment is looking like just tomorrow. We'll probably spend the whole day there, walk the city walls, and then tomorrow morning we might just go to the beach again and then make our way back to Montenegro. So that's the plan for the next couple of days. Really looking forward to exploring the old town. Having seen it from this perspective, it looks pretty spectacular. The next morning I got up early and drove to the old town for a quick sunrise visit. I parked at a nearby but very expensive car park, hence the quick visit. I've made it down to the old town in the early hours of the morning, and it's not quite as peaceful as I thought it might be. Obviously at this time all of the deliveries are arriving with various restaurants and bars, so it's actually really busy. I'm walking down, yes, it's like the main street, and it's just full of delivery vans, which, yeah, it's not quite what I was expecting, but I guess that's the reality of Dubrovnik. After grabbing some breakfast, we hopped on the bus and headed to the old city. We spent some time walking the streets before then getting our ticket to walk the city walls. You certainly get a unique perspective with spectacular views of the old city, the sea and the surrounding mountains. Coming to the end of the walk, and yeah, it was a nice walk. I can't say that it's worth the entry price, to be honest. I know a lot of it probably goes to the upkeep of the wall and the various buildings, but yeah, €35 seems a bit steep for what it actually is. But it's one of those things, you know, if you're coming exclusively to Dubrovnik, you probably have to do it, but I think this is definitely one thing that we probably could have skipped, and yeah, sort of spent the money on something else, but it was really good nonetheless. Just not sure it's worth the price tag. Walking the walls didn't take as long as I thought it would, so we still had plenty of time to explore the city. As it neared sunset, we headed to the fortress. Entry here is also included with your city wall ticket. I'd say it's definitely worth a visit here, as you get a really nice perspective of the whole city. With the sun coming out behind the clouds, we got some great light hitting the walls. Just about coming to the end of the day here in the centre of Dubrovnik, and yeah, we had a really good day, a really good end to the day as well. Got some nice sunlight hitting the old town in the back there, and managed to get some nice shots as well. We then headed to the harbour to get a better view of the sunset colours. The next morning I got up early again to capture the beauty of the blue hour light. So we're about to leave Dubrovnik and head back to Montenegro. We decided to head off a little bit early this morning because yeah, we're a little bit anxious about hitting some traffic when we cross the border, and although our flight is quite late, it's about 9 o'clock, you know, we don't want to be rushing, so we thought we'll get across the border and then, you know, see what time we've got, and then see what we can do. We'll probably go to a beach near Budva, one of the beaches we didn't get to explore. Apparently it's a good one, so I think that'll be a good, nice last day, just to sort of chill out on the beach before getting the flight back. It's interesting crossing the border from Montenegro into Croatia, because yeah, in Montenegro prices of like things in the supermarket and activities is probably half the price it is in Croatia. I didn't expect the difference to be that much. In Montenegro we didn't hear too many people, you know, walking around speaking English, whereas you come over the border, everyone speaks English. Lots of American tourists, lots of English tourists, which, you know, is totally fine, but it just sort of shows the gulf between the two countries, and you know, one is obviously much more visited than the other, so it's been interesting to see that difference. After a pretty smooth crossing of the border, we soon arrived at one of the beaches in Budva. So we're just spending some time on the beach before our flight in the afternoon, as we've come to Montenegro Beach, I think it is, which is a short walk from Budva Old Town. But yeah, I think we're going to stay here for a little bit and then probably head into the Old Town, grab some lunch, and then probably get ready to go. But yeah, this was a good find actually. We did almost come to this beach on our second day, I think, but we just didn't walk far enough. So yeah, little did we know, you know, it was a great beach here. I think after visiting Dubrovnik, it made us realise what a nice place Budva Old Town is, almost like a miniature version of Dubrovnik. On our way to the airport, we stopped off at Skadar Lake. I think if we had a little bit more time in Montenegro, we would have explored this area a bit more, but it was nice to see this area for a brief period. And that wraps up this series. I hope you enjoyed watching and found it useful, and if you missed the first two videos of Montenegro, I'll leave a link in the description below.